Today's horoscope and tarot from Astrocademy, Pisces March 21, 2022. With the moon's north node in your solar 10th house until mid-2023, it's a time for meeting your responsibilities, stepping up to the plate, and putting yourself out there. There are rewards for taking charge. Today can bring you important information related to work or health matters to help you further these goals. This can be a time to gain further details on a life path plan, project, or job that feels like growth and improvement. Including others can be rewarding. Ideas about long-term goals that you may have put on a shelf can revive as you discover gems from the past. Take your time when going within. The moon's celestial ruler of your inhibited 12th house of closure, dreams, and all things behind the scenes will be transiting through smoldering Scorpio via your 4th house of home, family matters, and emotional foundations. So, chances are that you're in deep introspection at this time. Single, crushing, or already romantically attached, the moon's trine to Jupiter, celestial ruler of your romantic 5th house of love, passion, and pleasure encourages you to practice more self-love and recharge your energy if needed. Even if you're already coupled, you're being guided to go inward. What is next in your career path? Today, Mercury retrograde in Capricorn trines the north node in Taurus, which aligns your two sectors of work. With Mercury retrograde causing a ruckus at your job, some valuable information may have slipped through the cracks in any form of communication, i.e., chat with coworkers, receiving the wrong email. As a result, you may be privy to information that could steer your career path in a new direction. So, whatever is said on or offline could play a significant part in what you choose to do for your career. A friendly aspect between the moon and dreamy Neptune in your financial sector today is a monthly event, but with a noticeable difference. This is something that can fuel your financial confidence, instincts, and imagination, but with lucky Jupiter on board, this can inspire more than just wishful thinking. It is time to start turning financial dreams into reality. Your behavior is unpleasant and irritable. Have a good think about whether it's worth getting upset about certain things. Don't isolate yourself from friends and family, but try to be more sociable. You're in a great place today, and the feelings are definitely more intense than your usual positive vibes. You want to run around and yell, but restrain yourself. You'll freak everyone out. You know exactly what and who it is you want. As sure as you are about your ambitions, you don't always come across as being very sensitive. Love is hard to find, and keeping it even harder. Think of how others might regard you, be imaginative. An attitude that's more certain is likely to have the desired effect. There are many ways to come at a problem, and you are one to take perhaps the more confrontational approach, which can be really effective sometimes, but at other times difficult. Today's aspect asks you to quiet down in the face of a problem and really grasp the issues upon which everything hinges. Ask yourself whether you get enough exercise, and if the answer is no, just accept that for a moment. Do not confront yourself with excuses. Just think about it. If you happen to have an opportunity to make a little extra cash, don't let anything stand in your way. Such chances can occur readily during this day such as this, and it's wise to jump on them when you can. You may not have the opportunity to do so if you hold off too long on your decision. Chances are you can think of many places a few extra bucks would come in handy. Don't let the grass grow under your feet. Your tarot reading for today. The Hanged Man, Wheel of Fortune, and the Fool. The cards evoke a sense of wistfulness. You can spend time thinking about what you could have done if you had taken another path, or who you would have been if you had taken a different decision. You're an emotional person, and you feel the need to externalize what you have in your heart. While it is true that you like to remember the past, you keep a close eye on the future, and today this is your usual attitude. You ask yourself a lot of questions, and are looking for answers to drive away the doubt you are feeling at the moment. This is a positive state of mind, which should enable you to advance on your life path, and carry out the projects you are interested in. The cards highlight decisive progress in your life in April 2022. This should lead you to make an important decision and stick to it. Your draw shows that you are an intuitive and deep person. You have used these spiritual and intellectual qualities to choose the most rewarding way for you. Your draw highlights a fundamental dilemma between feelings and reason that could happen in April 2022. After this transitional period, the cards evoke a bright future in which you can blossom alongside a man. In the medium term, things should become easier for you, especially on an emotional level, with this idea of balance highlighted in your draw. The questions you are asking today could finally be answered and dispel the fears and doubts you are feeling at the moment. Our eyes in the sky. You might also feel like your money is restricted and you're unable to spend what you want to due to financial constraints that are controlling and obstructing your life. Starting a savings plan will allow you to grow your finances into the future. It's time to put your pennies away for a rainy day because that rainy day could come sooner than you think. It will also give you some cash so you can buy a few treats on a whim without worrying so much about the price. You might be ignoring your goals and spending more than you're saving. Try to stick to your budget, and don't let your emotions lure you into spending more than you have or maxing out your credit cards. Abortive energy from healing asteroid Chiron is with you this afternoon, encouraging you to put yourself first and step into a leadership role. Your communication skills and mental clarity could take a small hit, and the moon forms an unbalanced aspect to Mercury later in the afternoon. If you've been working hard all day, now would be a good time to take a break and indulge in a healthy snack. As evening falls, you'll likely be in the mood for adventure and socialization. If you can swing it, try to make some plans to meet your best pals for dinner, and be sure to try out a place you've never been to before. We might realize that despite planning and study, we are fundamentally off the mark in some area, which necessitates reviewing our habits or beliefs. Embarrassment can prompt us to hide from the issue, filling up our time with tasks or distracting ourselves with unhealthy vices. Life itself is a learning curve, so be gentle with yourself. Admitting that we don't know everything is important. If we had all the answers, there would be nothing left to discover, and life would quickly lose its luster. This auspicious transit encourages us to embrace risk-taking and keep an open mind and encountering new information, polarizing ideologies, or unusual beliefs. Trusting our intuition and following synchronistic breadcrumb trails increases the likelihood that we will collide with serendipity. This is an ideal influence to make investments or accept a travel or educational opportunity. We might take up new hobbies or adopt a spiritual or philanthropic practice that affords greater community engagement. New people who enter our lives now will revolutionize how we participate in life's cosmic game.